Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and even good night to some of my subscribers. And it's been a long time. I have not made many videos, but I am to blame. I have a lot of things going on in my life because of which I just didn't get the bandwidth to make videos. And I told myself the moment, the moment something incredible happens, I will go ahead and make a video. And my video is on something which we all should be looking at, we all should be concentrating. Each and every person on the planet earth should be doing that. We should stop fighting wars, we should stop killing each other, we should stop hating each other, we should just start loving each other and trying and understand that we all are inhabitants of the planet earth, and we need to keep ourselves safe and secure and protect ourselves. What am I talking about? I'm talking about 3i Atlas. Now, I will be stating facts, absolute facts, and these facts are completely fact checked, verified, so that you all understand why 3i Atlas is so huge right now in astronomy, in space, history. Nothing like this has happened. This is akin to what we probably saw in Independence Day. This is akin to what we saw in Deep Impact. This is akin to what we saw in Armageddon. This is something just like that. And we really don't know after October 29 what is going to happen. Till now, whatever has happened with this celestial body 3i Atlas beats all imagination. It beats all Hollywood scripts. It beats everything. Now I will be telling you why. You all need to listen to me, and you will all understand the existential crisis we are under, because this thing can just flip on its head, and we will, in a flash of a second, we will be thrust into a moment in time where we all have to go ahead and take some really critical decisions for all of us. For us, it will be just our family, nothing else. So I just hope it is simply a comet, simply an asteroid which is passing by, and probably it is going to phase out, or it is going to go into a erratic orbit. It will be a visitor. Uh, Whatever. I'm just looking at the possibilities which are explainable, and I hope that is exactly what happens, because I also don't want to be thrust into uncertainty. Now, I will tell you why this is so important, why 3i Atlas is considered a black swan event, what are the reasons, what is it all about. I will tell you everything so that you all understand in very simple layman's term. This report is structured for a concise, high impact presentation, and I will just let you all know what exactly is 3i Atlas, and you can fact check it from NASA, from ESA, from anybody. I'm not going to go ahead and create myths or urban legends. Now, firstly, 3i Atlas, is it an impact threat? No. Fact check, the 3i Atlas poses no threat of physical impact to Earth, at least for the time being. It will pass at a safe distance of approximately 270 million kilometers. What is the real danger? The real danger is the threat lies not in collision, but in the potential for 3i Atlas to be a technological artifact, a scenario classified by risk analysts as a black swan event. A black swan event is an unexpected, rare event with extreme civilization altering consequences, which is akin to the dinosaurs disappearing, okay, because of an asteroid hit. Now let's talk about the anomalies of 3i Atlas. 3i Atlas is unusual compared to the two previous interstellar visitors, Oumuamua and 2 Borisov, because of several highly anomalous characteristics. Firstly, immense scale and density. 3i Atlas is estimated to be over 5 kilometers in diameter, making it potentially 10 to 3 or 10 to 6 times more massive than its predecessors. Despite displaying the fuzzy coma and a tail of a comet, Its great mass means its outgassing produces almost no non-gravitational acceleration. This dynamic stability suggests an extremely dense, robust core, a stability expected of a durable engineered probe. So what exactly happens is comet, when it outgasses, there are deviations, but 3i Atlas is not showing any deviation. It's at a fixed trajectory with minimal deviation. And this displays, what does it display? This suggests an extremely dense, robust core, which is expected of a durable engineered probe, a kind of a satellite, a kind of a spaceship, something like that. No, I'm talking extreme things, but that's what it indicates. Now, it has an industrial chemical signature. Spectroscopic analysis of the gas plume revealed an unusual chemical fingerprint. A disproportionate abundance of nickel compared to iron. This ratio is atypical for natural celestial body but is consistent with industrial nickel alloys used in technological in constructions. Till now, we've never had a comet, we've never had an asteroid with such a high signature of nickel alloy. This is the first time we are seeing it. So it seems to indicate that it has a very high industrial chemistry signature. Then the strategic trajectory, the object follows a path with a low retrograde tilt. It's a low retrograde tilt relative to solar system's plane, which is statistically rare. Estimated 0.2% chance of coincidence. 0.2%. Researchers note that this rare alignment is strategically beneficial for an probably extraterrestrial intelligence because it allows the object access to our planet with relative impunity. It is passing through Mars, Jupiter, close enough to Earth. For what? So that they can actually go ahead and carry surveillance on these planets. It's a very, very unusual trajectory if you look at it. So these are the three reasons. Now, why is it a black swan risk? The core risk is the low probability scenario of 3i Atlas being a Trojan horse, like a technological object masquerading as a natural comet. This possibility highlights two catastrophic vulnerabilities in global preparedness. This is the reason why we should be scared. Systematic vulnerability to high-speed threats. The object's extreme velocity. It's traveling at 130,000 miles per hour. Can you believe it? No object has ever traveled so fast. No object. And a non-standard trajectory introduced variables that currently our military early warning systems struggle to process. These systems are optimized for slower, predictable objects within the solar system. Okay, and 3i Atlas's movements could temporarily evade detection, exposing major gaps in planetary defense. By the way, we don't have anything like planetary defense, but even if we did, taking in all the military technological advances, taking the greatest of all, Mr. America and Russia and any country, they don't have this technological kind of a acumen or technological advances to have a planetary defense which can defeat 3i Atlas if it suddenly turns tail and heads for Earth. The policy vacuum. If the object's artificial nature were confirmed, humanity would face an immediate existential crisis. Currently, there are no known protocols. There is no protocol for responding to the discovery of functioning alien devices near Earth. The lack of a plan for an artifact in our backyard confirms that this encounter is a true black swan event, because whatever is happening, whatever we are calculating, calibrating, everything, we don't have a policy. If at all this object after perihelion from behind the sun turns towards us and says, okay, hey guys, we are coming for you, we don't have anything present. Confirms that this encounter is a true black swan event for which global political and defense apparatus is structurally unprepared. What do we have? We have a president who's just making crypto money. We have another person. He's involved in a fight with Ukraine. I'm not getting into any politics, but everybody has his own personal goals, personal selfish motives to be in power. Are you all ready to protect your planet? Where you actually fight all your battles and you are going ahead being greedy about money. Can you protect your planet? No, so you just don't have. Will you shake hands, Russia and USA, when you get to know that this 3i Atlas is heading for planet Earth? Will that wake you up? So if this ETI hypothesis were correct and the object were aligned with the dark forest theory of hostile extraterrestrial contact, the consequences would be dire for humanity and would necessitate immediate defensive measures. This uncertainty mandates that international community should shift focus from mere observation to establishing global response protocols to actually go ahead and address this threat if it slingshots around the sun and heads for us. Do you have any idea what's going to happen? Forget the fact that we all might die. The global market will collapse. Stock market, the global market will collapse because all the money has to be channeled into defense systems. This is what 3i Atlas poses. This is the risk which 3i Atlas poses, and we are just sleeping. We are just, oh भाई ठीक है भाई, चलता है भाई, क्या है भाई, Trump आया, Trump का crypto, Pakistani is saying, oh great, wow, you are the greatest, you should win the Nobel Peace Prize. We all, it's October 29 is just around the corner. The point here is, we are just choosing to ignore this thing because we just don't want to believe that something like this could happen. It is so scary because each and every day we are finding out something about 3i Atlas which is scary, which is honestly scary. And the whole world, all our world leaders are so incompetent. They are just fighting their own small battles. If in secret they are doing something, that's great. If in secret they were in cahoots with the extraterrestrials, that's great. Maybe they knew they were coming and there's already some sort of a plan in motion and set, and we common people are just going to be in the receiving end. Then it's okay, then it's fine. Maybe we'll just have to go through with the motions. Maybe they knew from Roswell or something. Everybody knew, everyone knew it can happen. But the point is, a very extraordinary thing is happening which is beyond COVID, which is beyond all the wars we fought, which is beyond anything and everything, and we should completely and totally look up to the skies. NASA faced a shutdown. I don't know whether it was conveniently done in order to hide what 3i Atlas truly is, because they've got satellites there, they've got systems there, they can take photos, they've got high density, high definition photos. You can take photos of literally license plates from space. But NASA at that very point of time, all their cameras were shut down because of funding issues and because Trump pulled the plug and everything. Was it done by design, or was it something a little more sinister? Now, if it was done by design, I don't know. But if Trump is the reason why we couldn't take the photos, God save him, man. Let him keep on eating his cryptos. I don't know what to say. But yes, look up to the skies. October 29 is the last day where actually it will reach perihelion and 3i Atlas will go behind the sun, and they can stay behind the sun and they can observe us. Read Avi Loeb, read all the reports. I just presented you with the exact facts. You can verify, fact check each one of them. Yes, this is not a kind of an urban myth. This is not something like an episode of Ancient Aliens. This is a true black swan event. This is something which we all should be concerned about our lives, our families, everybody. I hope you like this segment. I hope you were going to read a little more. We've got just a few days more, 10, 11, 12 days. I just don't know by the end of this year what we are going to face. I just don't know what's going to happen to us. I have no clue. Treasure each and every moment of your life from now on. That's the best I can say. Because all said and done, this is truly unprecedented. This is what you might say, yes, if sci-fi had a way of coming true, this is what would happen. And I hope it is not much of a threat. But even if it is not much of a threat, the very reason that celestial bodies, asteroids, comets of these kind actually exist in space should be a wake-up call for all of us, that we should introduce planetary defenses in order to kind of stop these asteroids if they are on a collision course with Earth. Because this asteroid, this body was discovered in July 25, and think about it, July 2025, think about it, it reached the sun by October 29. Can you tell me, July, August, September, October, 4 months flat. That means if we don't take measures, if we don't have a system present with us, if we all don't unite and introduce planetary defenses, if the mankind does not unite to introduce planetary defenses, we are done for as a race. If after existing as human beings for such a long time, this is the progress which we have reached, we should be ashamed of ourselves that we cannot live together, we cannot stay together, we cannot unite together to actually protect ourselves from an external threat if it presents itself. We should be ashamed of ourselves. And this 3i Atlas should be a wake-up call, should be a catalyst wherein we stop fighting amongst ourselves, unite, coexist, and introduce planetary defenses. Thank you, everyone.